You may have seen this bus before while traveling around Toronto. This bus is called the Orion VII NG HEV, or officially known as the Orion 7.501 Next Generation Hybrid. These buses are currently the oldest in the entire TTC fleet, as they were built between 2007 and 2008 and delivered between 2007 and 2009. Like its predecessor, the Orion VII NG HEV was built with a stainless steel frame to increase durability and strength. It has higher resistance to corrosion and is lighter, improving fuel efficiency. There are major differences between the two models, such as the headlights on the OG were older lights that were common on older models produced in the late 1900s and early 2000s. The OG's headlights are similar to the ones on New Flyer's D40 LF model, which were common on older buses. The Orion VII NG features a restyled front end, where, unlike the original model, both windshield pieces are aligned at the same level, creating a more streamlined aerodynamic shape. The headlights and destination signs were also modified to fit the same purpose. On the roof, the NG Hybrid has three major components: the lithium-ion battery pack, the power conversion system, PCS, and a heavily insulated cable that connects the battery to the PCS. The HVAC unit is located in the rear of the bus, covered by the iconic asymmetrical grille that differs the NG from the OG. This leaves only the three larger pieces on the roof, are fully concealed by a fiberglass cover typically painted red on TTC buses. This eliminates the need for a fully raised roofline or roof fairings that are used to conceal multiple components on the roof. Most buses were repainted into the red, white, and black LFLRV, Low Floor Light Rail Vehicle, livery by 2020. However, some units, such as 1248, were left in the old livery, which was the paint scheme of the old CLRV, Canadian Light Rail Vehicle, streetcars. There are hybrid electric decals located on the sides of the bus and on the battery pack for units in the old livery, indicating that the bus is indeed a hybrid electric vehicle. Moving on to the interior, this series has different seats, as they are older buses. The seating model was American Seating's 6,468, with 38 seats throughout the bus. The seats were similar to those currently used by York Region Transit's pre-2009 D40 LFs, where the frame is thicker with plastic making up the majority of the seat and red fabric called moquette, which feels funny, but it is ideal for winter travel as they can keep your butts warm. In addition, these seats are more durable against wear and tear as compared to the new plastic seats on TTC's 2025 e-buses, which can scuff easily. The poles inside are painted yellow, with the exception of those closer to the front in the handicap area, which remain unpainted and are gray. Stop request buttons and strings are located throughout the inside of the bus. Speakers for the next system are found on the roof in specific locations. Something interesting about these buses is that, similar to its previous model, the Orion VII OG, the rear doors on the bus open outwards. This can eliminate the no standing area near the rear doors, as the doors do not swing inwards. When they open, they play a fun chime that is iconic and often heard on Orion buses on the TTC. Some riders might even find them nostalgic, as they heard them every day while on the TTC in the 2000s, when Orions were the most common in the fleet. The TTC ordered these buses in 3 batches. The first batch consisted of an order of 220 buses, numbered from 1,200 to 1,423. However, they were delivered late, so Orion added an additional 4 units to be delivered. This order was the TTC's second and one of the largest hybrid bus orders. This is also the TTC's first order of Orion VII NGs. These buses were built in 2007 to 2008 and delivered as part of the other batches. The second batch consisted of 190 buses, numbered 1,500 to 1,689, which were built and delivered concurrently with the previous order. The third and final batch consisted of 130 buses, numbered 1,700 to 1,829. This batch was the latest to be built and delivered, as well as the first to retire, having been produced in 2009. This series was retired in 2019 due to persistent issues with the buses. This might be because the last order was delivered and used an early model of the Cummins ISB
Adoption center, buddy.
engine as opposed to the Cummins ISB engine used in the previous orders. All of these buses were initially delivered with sealed lead acid batteries, SLA, except for the last 5 units of the second order, 1685 to 1689, which were delivered with the current lithium-ion batteries due to poor reliability with the previous SLA batteries. These units are also currently all retired. The first batch was delivered with modifications requested by customers. The most notable is the seating configuration at the back of the bus. With the 2006 order of Orion VII NG hybrids, there were 8 front-facing seats, which were changed due to many complaints about the lack of space. This was later changed to 6 seats, 3 on each side, facing inwards with the back turned towards the windows. This provided additional leg space for riders sitting at the back of the bus and more standing space. These buses were all delivered with bike racks on the front of the bus and CCTV cameras. Operator barriers were added to the fleet in 2009 to 2010. In 2009, the openable top part of the windows were screwed shut because there was a possibility that it would fall into the bus. The same action was done on all NGs in the fleet. Starting in 2017, all the units began to receive the Computer-Aided Dispatch and Automatic Vehicle Location, or CAD/AVL, and the Vehicle Information System and Integrated Operations Network, commonly known as VISION. In September 2023, the entire fleet received a full shield, which was the top part of the operator barrier due to numerous acts of violence against TTC operators who drove late-night blue night runs. At the start of 2009, all sealed lead acid batteries were removed and changed to lithium-ion batteries due to being heavy, unreliable, and having problems with losing power. This bus is equipped with late-model Cummins ISB engines and BAE hybrid drive from BAE Systems. This bus makes a nice sound during takeoff when the hybrid system whirs and the engine takes over. Observe.
Next stop, Modernize. Next stop, 75 Livery Avenue.
This bus is my childhood bus. Since when I was younger, my home route was the 85 Shepherd East, and the most common buses were Orion VII NG hybrids, with maybe an occasional OG. They are the third most iconic bus in the TTC, after the Fishbowl and the OG. The electric whir from the hybrid system and the loud Cummins ISB is one of the best sounds in the current bus fleet. All units from the 1700 and 1800 series have already been retired since 2019 due to reliability issues and cost of ownership. The remaining units are currently being retired due to them reaching the end of their lifespan. There are currently 145 units active from the 1200 to 1423 order and 40 units active from 1500 to 1600, however. They are still being retired at an astonishing rate. If you like these buses, I would recommend tracking and hunting down these specific units. 1614 has a white PCS unit covering, similar to the ones used by old livery buses. 1660 has the same doors as the Orion VII NG HEV 10, where doors are the same height. Units in the old livery include 1248, 1255, 1277, 1310, 1315, 1318, 1320, 1321, 1322, 1333, 1334, 1335, 1342, 1351, 1363, 1369, 1371, 1379, 1383, 1384, 1386, 1394, 1395, 1402, 1406, 1407, 1409, 1412, 1413, 1415, 1420. Units are being retired very quickly, so catch them quick.